One. All right, what's up, everybody? This is Coach George. And this is my client, Dame. All right. Dame has been working with me for 2 years now. 2 years now, bro. 2 years.
Yeah, about to be 3 years. Yeah,
Yeah, 3 years now.
2022.
2020. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's been working with me for 3 years. Like he first joined back in 2022. He lost 20, 30 pounds then. He learned a
hmm
lot, left, did it on his own. Then he came back and now he's down 30 pounds, bro. Like you lost it faster this time than you did the first time, right?
Yeah, I
So, so,
did.
what I want to do, bro, because we have a little time. I want you to
Yep.
tell, like the people watching, your first time in the program, like, how you found me, what made you sign up the first time. Let's just talk about the first time first. Like, let's talk about your experience the first time, and then we'll go to
Okay.
the second time. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny because like you kept popping up on my For You page on Instagram like over and over and over again. So I was like, I followed you. And I was just like, look at it. I was like, man. And then like I was like, this dude got a lot of followers and stuff and all this stuff. I was like, man, ain't no way he responded. I think you put in there like, you want to do this for fat the six pack. I think it was the
Yeah.
slogan you were on at the time. And he
Yeah.
was like, comment this in the comment section if you want to get in shape. I was like, this, I told my son, I said, this dude is not going to respond to me, but he got way too many people. He should have respond. So I typed it on the thing, and probably like maybe 2 hours later, he hit me up and was like, in my inbox and DM, like, hey, if you serious about this, fill out this questionnaire. So I was like,
Oh
man,
no.
let me do
Oh,
this.
so
Like,
you was in the 14-day challenge.
I was doing all that. I was doing everything back then, man. I was like, let me go ahead and do this junk. So I enrolled in all that. You had sent me the questionnaire. Once that was done, then we did the video, no, the over the phone interview where we had like the extensive, like, why do you want to be this? What was your reasons why? Like, this trying to really y'all want to look good. No, it wasn't that for me. It was the fact that I felt like I wanted to be a damn unit. And I felt like this is what I'm designed for. It's literally what my profession is, to be a damn unit.
Yeah, I
So
remember you
like I'm
saying
like,
that. Mhm.
yeah, so like for me, it was like, okay, boom. And then we talk about the first time. Yes, I lost the weight, but I feel like I would have been lost a lot faster and more effectively had I been more strict to the nutrition back then. I was a
Mhm.
little younger. I mean, I think I was 26. I'm like, man, I ain't doing all that. I'm working all the time. I'm doing the workouts he's telling me to do. Like, it's working.
Because you were
But
still losing weight though. Like you were still
exactly.
so yeah, I couldn't, really complain really. So
But it was back to what you said though, like, because you used to provide us the meal plans, right? But like you said, you don't know what we like to eat. You don't know like what type of foods do we eat and stuff like that. So you can give us a meal plan based off the macros and things you want us to hit. But then I'm looking at like, man, I don't eat no cottage cheese. Man, I don't eat this. Like, so I'm like, nah, I ain't even following this meal plan. I'm just gonna eat the calories and wonder how I want to eat them. And I wasn't weighing food. I wasn't doing none of that. I was eating healthier, but I wasn't tracking
right.
effectively
So
or
okay,
consistently.
so that's the big thing. All right, that's a big thing. So um what were the results that you got when you were eating healthier versus tracking everything, but still eating healthy, but tracking it? Like what noted like what changes or like how was your results any different when you actually started tracking versus just eating healthier?
So I feel like I can find trends a lot more when I track it every day because like what I've noticed even now, like because I literally track everything, is like when I eat rice, my weight is retained more. Like
Mm,
anytime I have a meal prep session of like 4 or 5 days of just rice and whatever other vegetables I'm eating, not, instead of my like potatoes or whatever,
yeah.
I tend to either stay at the same weight or gain a pound. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should only do 1 day of rice and then switch that to potatoes. But back when I was doing before, there was no way for me to track that. Because I would track for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then fuck this, I'm getting McDonald's Thursday. I'm getting Wendy's Friday. Then I'm back eating healthy Monday, Tuesday. Like, so it was just like I was basically just recycling myself every single time, hitting the reset button every week, just resetting it because I wasn't tracking it consistently.
Man, wow, 100%. So, um, what do you think changed? Like, what do you think made you like this time around be like, look, I'm about to, really, you know, really lock in on what, Coach G is saying and just track everything. Because bro, you're a beast with it. Like, and it's giving you so much freedom, bro. Like I remember you was eating what, I don't know if it was Chinese food or something, and you was
Oh, when I went to the Japanese restaurant the other day?
yeah, like you was
Yeah.
able to eat Japanese food and still, bro, still consistently lose weight. I'm like, that's how you
hmm
it gives you freedom. Like, so yeah, what do you think changed for you, man, that made you really
I
like?
I think the biggest change, like we talk about it all the time in the group, right? In the BD fam, like community. I think a lot of people know how they always say, like, it takes a village to raise a child. And
Yep.
I cold-heartedly believe in it and everything in life. You are just as good as the surroundings and the people that you surround yourself around, right? You are the company in which you keep. So if you got people every day hitting in the group chat like, oh, bro, I done dropped 38 pounds, or I didn't hit 30,000 steps. That's a new goal for me. Never been able to do
Man,
that before. I got a
Montreal.
six pack, right? All these things, like it just motivates you. And the thing about it, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I was sitting here paying this dude. It was like 4 months straight. I wasn't doing nothing. I
But
was in the program like I wasn't doing nothing. Over
this
the
time, this time or the time
no,
before?
this time when I
Yeah.
got hurt, and I just like,
Yeah.
I gave up. I was like, man, I'm hurt. I gave up. This time when I pulled my hamstring, I'm like, bro, I'm not about to let this be no determining factor for me again. I got the heaviest I had ever been in my life, bro. I was 261 pounds, bro. I mean, granted, I'm 6'4" or whatever the case, but it doesn't look like it. But like, bro, it looked like it to me. Once I started looking at pictures, seeing my face like a little honey bun, and get a little man boobs going on. I'm like, oh no, bro, we gotta correct this right now, bro.
Yeah.
This is a no fail mission right here, bro.
Mhm.
We locked in. So I think once I seen that and started to see, like I said, the community is the biggest thing that drove me. Like certain everybody else progressing. So I'm like, man, I can be that. Like they ain't going hard as me. That's how my mind said. I'm like, they ain't going hard as me. I just need to clean up the little small stuff, right? So once I started cleaning up the small stuff, they just started dropping. Like my 3 months, bro, 32 pounds, about to be almost 33 pounds, like 32.4 pounds. It's crazy,
Crazy,
crazy.
bro, crazy. That like it's actually funny for me to say this because I talk to a lot of people who struggle to lose the same 30 pounds for years. Like, and I tell you all the time, like we've created such a crazy community that that's normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I try to keep on reminding y'all that's not normal, right? Like when Princeton was like, because he'll say stuff like, "Oh yeah, I just lost 3 or 4 pounds this week." I'm like, man,
Like it's that's like so
like it's
nonchalant,
just
like
like a
yeah.
normal thing. Like, bro, people really are struggling to lose this weight, and I'm like, you guys are really like just y'all are such a part of such an elite community where I've like made it so results driven. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's just doing that, right? So, but yeah, but I remember that you when you left the program the first time, right? How much were you weighing when you first left 2 years ago?
So when I left, I was 231
Okay.
exact. Like that was 231. I was like 20 based off the smart scale. I was like 23 point something percent body fat, yada yada yada. But I was in great shape. Like I felt amazing.
Right.
Went on to my own, like you said, I went off the leash, like they say. I got off the leash and I started doing my thing. And I ended up tearing my pectoral muscle. And they was like, you out for 9 months, you can't live for 9 months. So instead of me doing other stuff, it was hard for me I couldn't run because my pec was jumping. So it would pull every time. So I was like using it as an excuse versus trying to find avenues that I could still take to still get it in versus just relying on the excuse of, yeah, I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt, bro. You got this whole program built in here for me. I don't have to do nothing but show up. And I chose not to do it.
Mm,
And then what happened with that is I blew up, like gained 30 pounds back, literally. The same weight I had just lost.
yeah.
Well, more than that, I gained more than I was at the beginning. I was like 253 pounds last time. So I
Uh,
gained another additional +7 on top of what I had already lost. So, yeah.
damn. So yeah, no, man. So that's kind of what happened. Like you just had the injury and then you were trying to bounce back from the injury type thing.
hmm
Okay.
But using it as a more of an excuse, though, versus as avenues. Like this time when I toured, I'm like, man, nah, I ain't letting this hold me down, bro. Grade two hamstring tear. I'm like, I
You still there?
was rehabbing so hard every day for like 2, 3 weeks straight, bro. Like that physical therapist had me in that mug sweating, man. I was determined. I wasn't gonna let that junk hold me back this time, bro.
Man, no, no, and that's why I was like, I have to get you to do this interview because like bro, like usually people when people get like a because even I was telling you as your coach, I'm like, man, like you
hmm
for your hamstring, like I'm like, even if we just have to just like hop on the bike for an hour, that would be, good for cardio. He's like, I got
Yeah.
steps in. So tell me a little bit about that, bro, because most guys like, the slightest inconvenience, they thrown in the towel. And I have guys like not even injured, just like, oh, I just don't have the time. I'm just gonna have to come back when I, have the time. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You ain't gonna never have a goddamn time. You gotta make the time now. So like,
Guess I got.
so like, I'm like, so how did you like when you first, because that's one of the that's one of the reasons why that derailed us like a little bit last time too. You were getting injured,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like you was on
Yep.
pace dropping like 50 plus pounds, but like
Mm-hmm.
the injury. So like this time around, tell me a little bit about that when you like because you lost, you still losing weight even with the hamstring. Like how, like when the hamstring happened and it it tore. Like what was going through your mind? Like what was going on during that time?
So I guess the main thing for me was like once I tore it, I heard it. Like soon as we was doing sprints on the turf, and as soon as I took off, the took said "pop," and you hear like rubber band. That other trainer was like, "Oh my God, it's gone." So I went straight to the thing. They started doing therapy and stuff right there immediately. I was like, "Man, this is some bull crap. I'm on a y'all. I'm on that pace for getting the best shape of my life, and I've been in a long time. Like I'm grinding, like I'm hitting these max." I said, "Man, this ain't good." And I think I texted you immediately when I was in the table on the table with the physical therapist,
Yeah.
like, "Coach, I just tore my hamstring."
I
So I
said,
was like, man, I can't let this not derail me. So basically, in my head, I'm like, okay, how can we still lock into this, right?
right.
The main thing that got me was because I don't know if you remember the night when you texted me, it was like, oh, bro, you just walking. I ain't even set no step goal for you. What am I doing? That's what you said. You said, I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was
doing.
like,
I
I
ain't
was
even
like,
set no
damn,
step
hold
goal.
on, you losing all this weight. I haven't even set a step goal for you. What the?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that night I had hit like 13,000 and I think you texted me and it was like my time like 9:30 at night. I was like, man, he said 16K. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start tonight. So I went back outside and did
wait,
like
so
another mile and a
say that
half
one
around my
more
neighborhood.
time. How many steps did I have you do to lose all this weight? How many steps?
16K, 16K a
16K.
day.
16K.
16K a day. So I was like, let me go back out here and start. And at that moment, I think it was like March something. I missed one day, not one day of not hitting 16,000 steps for like a month and a half. And I was like, bro, I can't do it. So I was trying my best. I'm out here. I'm walking like this, trying to hobble around the neighborhood to hit 16. I said I can't do it. It was just so gruesome that I just couldn't do it. But remember, I went and did the bike for 10 to 12 miles every day.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm 3 days, I'm 3, 4 days. That fourth day, I talked to this guy. I said, man, can I walk? And he was like, yeah, as long as you stretch it out and you can feel it, it ain't hurting you, go ahead and walk. So I started walking throughout the day on the treadmill because I was in my class for certification for holistic health and fitness coach, right? So I'm in the
Yep.
class every lunch break. I'm walking for an hour straight. I'm walking around the gym. I'm trying my best to get the steps so I don't have to do it all at one time.
Right.
And so it doesn't be painful to me. So I started doing this. So basically, the moral of the story was is the consistency factor. It wasn't the motivation. Motivation is like a balloon. We talked about that the other day. That just gets go.
Yep.
That discipline and that consistency is what's gonna get you to where you want to be at, man. So that's just the
Yeah.
consistency of me hitting them 16K for so long. I just felt empty without getting it.
So it became a habit for you at that point. You just had to get it, man. And then on
It's
top of
like you're not eating
that, yeah, and then
the whole day.
on top of that, getting 20,000 before 8 o'clock. It's like, God damn, bro. Like
Yes.
I had to
Like I
look at
have
that,
no excuse, bro.
man.
I
So
have no excuse not to hit them steps, man.
let me ask you this, bro. Like, and with a guy, let's say a guy is out there, because I like to always give out free game to people that watch my YouTube channel,
Hmm.
my live. You went from what 260, 250, like 250 or 260,
Yeah, 261. Yeah, 261.
261, and you dropped
They say.
30 pounds
Good
in
much.
3 months. 30 pounds in
Hmm.
3 months. What are three actionable tips that you can give somebody that's watching right now who wants to do the same thing?
First thing first, look in the mirror at yourself, accept who you are for one, learn who you are, and then stop making excuses for yourself. Everybody in life got roadblocks. We all got things that's barriers in our way to keep us from getting to the goals we want to be. It ain't nothing but the devil working. So, like, just stop making it as an excuse and find ways to get around those barriers, right? Everybody talk about busy. I'm a full-time student. I work 12 hours a day. I'm in the army. I got all these other things going on, these additional duties, right? I still got to hit my workout every day. I still got to get 16,000. If you don't know what that is, it's like 8.5 to 9 miles a day minimum. Sometimes 12,000 if I run, I mean 12 miles if I run a day, right?
Right.
So like to say you don't have time is just blasphemous. You just making excuses for somebody else who's gonna listen because I ain't the one that's gonna listen to that. You know what I'm saying? So basically that's what the must is. Don't make excuses. Stop, make the change from one day to day one. I'm gonna say it again. Make that change from one day to day one
Yeah.
and just go get it, man. Straightforward. Don't make no excuse.
Oh, yeah. 100%, man. I love that. I love that. So like, okay, I'm gonna get a step further because I really want this to
Yep.
be valuable. So like that person's like, okay, yeah, I hear you. Like, no more excuses. I gotta make the time. How specifically did you make the time? Because because I ain't gonna lie, you're like, yeah, you are a full-time student and you working 10, 12 hours and you're in the army. So how did you even find the time, you know, to do everything that you had to do to make this crazy transformation in 3 months, bro? I dropped your transformation on Instagram. That shit, people was like, oh shit. Like they're like, damn, like, yeah, bro was putting in the work, So
Hey, you gave me the blueprint. I just followed it. But I think you said the question was like, if they said that to me, kind of like, how did I make that change? So for me, like we talk about
well,
all the time in the chat.
not the change. Well, I want you to say that too, but I want you to how did you make the time? Because you got a lot of things that you doing day to day.
Okay.
Like I said, shit, I want to know how are you making
So
time, so
when
I know.
when you talked about it, we talk about it all the time in our calls all the time. You talk about time management, right?
Yeah.
Time management is huge. So originally, what I was doing was just going through my day every day. I would get home from work, I would do homework immediately, and then go straight to the gym, work out, and then spend another hour and a half, 2 hours straight of cardio. So I wouldn't get home until like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm like, man, this ain't convenient. Like this ain't the way right here. It's working, but I can find a better way. So what I started doing is waking up in the morning, start my walk at 6:15 in the morning. I walk for about an
Mhm.
hour and a half or go run for an hour, well, for like 4 or 5 miles. So that way I'm at 10K before I even start my day.
And that's
So
smart.
now getting three
Yeah.
miles throughout the day, that's easy. I do that walking around to work, you know what I'm saying? So that was more easier for me. So now when I look at it, it was just basically just splitting the time up. So okay, on from 06:15 to about 7:15, I'm walking. Come home, shower, I'm headed to work. Get my little steps throughout the day. So I'm about 12, 14,000 before I get off work. I get off work. I immediately do my homework. Then I go to the gym. And now I don't even got to walk no more at the gym because I'm getting my steps while I'm walking around on my workout. So I'm at 16K before I'm done. So I had to make a little couple of small minor adjustments. Then I normally use the weekend really to really bang out my homework and just have to do my discussion boards throughout the week, which that takes me 30 minutes. It ain't like a 2 hour, 4 hour assignment. So like I just had to sacrifice certain time versus me going out here and trying to go club and party and all this other stuff and figure out what my goal is. Because you can't want the goal more than I want it for myself, and you my coach. That's the point.
Yeah, like I can't force you to do the work. Like I can tell
Right.
you 10,000 times, but it's like you got to get up and do it, right? So,
Yeah.
man, no, that's no. I'm happy that you say that, bro, because that like how you broke down your day and really analyzed and reflected on the day. Because if someone was truly listening to that, what he did was is he reflected on what worked. He knew that staying up late, like getting his steps in late, wasn't ideal, wasn't convenient. Like no one wants to be up until 10, 11 o'clock at night doing steps. That's not sustainable. So he was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'd rather wake up earlier, right? Knock out the steps earlier, right? And then just get my steps throughout the day so that when it's time to work out, I don't have to like bust my ass trying to get the steps. And that's how I do mine too. I make sure that my steps, right? Just like Montreal, I get 10,000 is getting done before 10 o'clock because and I don't stop my steps until my steps are done. Like I don't leave the gym until my steps are done, right? Because working out does
Mhm.
it takes 45 minutes max if you're going hard as fuck. Like if you're going any harder than that, like people be in the gym talking for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't have time for my steps, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you're sitting here talking to people. Why are you talking to somebody run in place? Okay. Just run in place while you're talking to them and you get them steps in, right? So man, no, I love it, bro. So last thing that I do want to ask you, bro, is let's say that someone is on the fence about joining the program. This is your second time in the program, so that's
Mhm.
enough that you guys need to come join. But let's say there's somebody still on the fence. They're like, hey, I'm kind of hesitant about making an investment. It is going to be a financial investment. You guys, I don't do this shit for fucking free. I'm not a charity. But let's say that somebody's on the fence about joining the program and being a part of the community that has helped you out. What would you say to them? Like, what would you say to them? Would you refer to them to this program? Would you tell them? What would you tell them if they're on the fence, but they know they really want to lose this weight? What would you tell them?
So the first thing you got to ask yourself is how much are you willing to invest in yourself? That's first and foremost, right? Because if you're not willing to invest in yourself, why would I waste my time investing in you? That's the first thing. Secondly, Coach George ain't no, he ain't an a-hole. I mean, granted, yeah, he don't do this for free, but he also is not going to be like, need my money right now. Like if you got finance issues, speak about it. Say about it. Maybe he can help build a payment plan for you. Maybe he can make it a quarterly thing. I don't know. Like he'll figure that out with you, but like don't allow that to be the determinant factor of why you don't want to make the step or the leap forward. And also, people are so afraid of just new beginnings and they're
Mhm.
afraid of change and uncomfortable situations. But you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable for you to make the biggest strides in your life, right?
Man,
And that's just how life works. So the
yeah,
biggest thing with that, the question is just like, how much are you willing to invest in yourself? You're gonna spend that money at McDonald's, the same money you spend that I spent on this program. I was just talking to my aunt about this the other day. I said the same money that I spend on McDonald's, going out, buying all the stuff on Amazon, TikTok shop, all this little bull crap we do. When you add it up, all these your Netflixes and all that stuff like that, you spending way more money than that when you be paying as a personal trainer. And you know what's crazy, coach? I was about to tell you the other day. You know, Planet Fitness and like Little Crunch Fitness is like their programs are more expensive than yours.
I know,
They do $75 a session
I know,
and you only get 30 minutes
I
and
know.
it's daggone you pick and choose whether you want to work out or talk about nutrition.
Yeah,
What?
like,
And they
and
keep
then,
you in a contract.
yeah, and this is the thing. I know this because I used to work as a personal trainer in person. So see, a lot of people, and like this is going to be a great learning aspect for people too. People like because I used to. Do you guys have LA Fitness out there? LA Fitness.
Not out here, no.
Okay, but do you know what I'm talking about? LA Fitness. You
Yeah, I
know.
know what LA Fitness
Okay.
is. Yeah.
So I worked at LA Fitness, right? And I was going to be a trainer there, right? And I was like, hey, like, I'm like, because at first I needed something that was going to get me money. So I started at the front desk. But then I was like, okay, since I'm making money, let me go ask the trainer like how he likes it, right? I talked to the trainer, right? And he said the prices that they have are so high that he cannot even find clients, right? The person that's watching this right now, if you guys have no clue how much it truly costs, how much a trainer truly costs, right? In
Hmm.
person, because you're paying for their time, right? Like, yeah, you're paying for my time, but I don't have to be in person with you. Like, if I was an in-person trainer, I'm going to easily charge people easily $50 a session, 50. Like, it's
Yeah.
going to be $50, right? 50 to 100, right? And if you want me to come to your house, 75. So you got to think every session, right, adds up. You do 3 sessions, that's $150 a week, right?
A week.
That's how much trainers that actually have certifications and actually have client testimonials will charge you. I'm not talking about your
Hmm.
friend that just started training, and he training you for $100 because he's trying to get his feet wet. I'm talking about people like who got hundreds of client testimonials like myself, right?
Hmm.
Literally. Like I remember Dame texting me, he's like, bro, it's crazy how your portfolio have all these people of just, getting great results. I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
this is what I do. So like a trainer like that, they're gonna charge you a lot more than what I charge. I actually had a person on the call one time tell me like, bro, you should think about lowering your prices. I'm like, man, the price, is the price, right? You either gonna pay it or you're not. like, like you ain't gonna change my mind because I know the market. Like you don't know the market, right? So like, and then an in-person trainer, they don't even give you no nutrition help. They don't even help you with your macros.
Nope.
They don't even know what the
They
fuck.
have
They
they
like,
have you stand at that little in-body scan. They give you that little sheet of paper, and then they're like, all right, it's gonna be $75 a session. How many sessions you want a week? And then they come to this little log that's off this fucking printed off website that they're not even creating the workouts for you. It's just like some step up, box jump bullshit where they trying to
yeah.
add squats, lunges, and thrusters all in one movement. Some little made up. I'd be sitting here. Have you ever looked at a personal trainer, and said that personal trainer need a personal trainer? That's how I've been looking at these people up here. Not
Oh,
even joking.
some of them trainers are fat, and
Yes, as
that
hell.
like that's like
Like
this. No, no, I'm
you
not.
already lost credibility, bro. Like I was like, to my don't do is I did my in-body scan when I first got to the gym up here. I'm
Mm,
like, he was trying to explain it, bro. I said, dude, I'm not even at this point, I'm not even listening because I'm so zoned out on the fact that your belly is on the table. Like I can't even focus on the data that you're giving me. So I had to
right.
take the data back and like look it up myself. What's visceral fat? I had to look all this stuff up myself, but now luckily I graduated, so I kind of understand
Yeah.
from the certification class a lot more than what I did before. But like, just, yeah, man, this people don't understand how expensive it is for real. Like
No, they don't.
in person, like, and I'm talking about like these are franchise gyms, like little basic $10 a month gyms. I ain't even talking about no gym that's $250 a month and stuff like
Oh,
that.
they're
Those people
more,
probably charging $1,000 a week a month. You
bro.
know what I'm saying? You probably talking $200 a session.
Man, no, it's crazy that you say that because there's actually a client that we have in the community with us. He did an in-person trainer, right, at one of those gyms that are $100 gyms. He said he was paying a
Hmm.
he said that the trainer was
Yes.
fat, right? The trainer was fat. The trainer, couldn't help him with a lot of the things. Like he kind of was just in there, he was confused, right? But their job is,
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's a business. So you gotta think they're not gonna really get you results because they need you to keep coming, right? And they can only get you so good of results if like they can only do so much with working out. Like let's say that I were to be your trainer and I were to kick your ass every time, right? If you going out, what I'm saying, binging on pizza every weekend and getting fucked up and getting drunk and popping bottles, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like at that point, I can. It's only so many workout. It's only so many times I can work you out, right? So like man, no, that's crazy that you said that because they don't understand. Like my shit is really affordable. Like it's honestly very affordable. Like and people that don't think that it's like if I were to get on a call with them and they say like, oh yeah, like I'm just not willing to do it. They're just not open to change. They just don't feel like they're valuable enough to make that change, right? Because it's bro, my program is you can DoorDash them. My program is to the point we're not going to talk how much it is, but my program is like literally cost like you can literally go DoorDash the money. I've had clients DoorDash to stay in the program, like literally.
Yeah, and it's funny though, because I was like, damn, if I would have stayed in the program, I don't know if I would have stayed at my prorated rate I was before.
Oh yeah, you would have.
Because when I was there last time, it was like it was a little cheaper than what it is
Yeah.
now, but it still ain't bad. But another thing too, though, we was talking about why we maybe do it. So my soldiers was basically for
Uh-huh.
because they doing my workouts.
Wait,
But
wait,
I was in Hawaii, like they were doing what I was doing exactly, and we was working out at the gym. So I'm like, we're gonna do my workouts. Right? That's what we chose. I sent them the work. I said, oh man, so let's do this. Let's do this. They
wait.
PT scores going crazy, losing weight, like all this, bro. Like, so they eating off me for free.
Man,
I'm paying the fee, they eat for free.
you either you got to sell them and give them a plan
You know
of
what I'm saying?
degree,
Like,
man, or something. So
but yeah, so like that was another reason why, because I started seeing them start blowing up and just like, getting better with life, like just looking at stuff a lot differently once they start getting their physical fitness together. So
yeah,
yeah.
life changes, bro. When you
Hmm.
and when you take your fit, bro. Like I made it. Like as you can see, I made a whole business off of it. Like I don't
Oh
know,
yeah.
work. Like when you really take your physical fitness to the next level, bro. It's you already know, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. You already know what it can do for you. So, man, I really appreciate you taking out the time. Y'all see, look, if y'all haven't noticed, he's so locked in. He's getting his steps in while we talking right now. Like that's look, we
Got
we
to.
are a team full of killers, bro. We're a team full of killers. But yeah, so like if you guys don't know, like if you guys want to book a call, come join the team with me and Dame. He's gonna be a killer. He's always in the group chats, he's always on the group calls, what I'm saying? Always great energy every time. Great energy
Got
every
to, baby. Got
yeah,
to, baby.
yeah,
Got
right.
to.
Bro, it's crazy because it's
Got
only been
to.
3 months in that you've been locked in. In 6 months, bro, it's
I
gonna
can't wait, bro. I told myself it's gonna be scary. It's low key
oh,
scary to me. I was scared the other night thinking about that. I'm like, bro, 6 months. I said, when you get that confidence, when you just pop that shirt off and you just like, hey, let's rock.
Just imagine in 1 year when I can actually put muscle on you the right way, bro. It
Mm.
might be over. Like it's shit. You'll be
Hey,
depleted.
I was looking at my DTMS, which obviously you know what it is. It's basically the system that we use to track all of our PT weapons and all that stuff like that and height weight standards. Bro, I haven't been underneath two. I think in the system, like two at the time of weigh is like 234 was like the lightest I had been. That's like 7 years ago.
That's
Like,
crazy.
and it's crazy because I was hella in shape. I'm running marathons. I'm doing
Mhm.
20 mile, 25-mile rucks
So,
and
so, so
bracket
let me
time.
ask you. So let me
Like,
ask you that. Like, let's get into that, bro, a little bit. So you were running because you ran a marathon like in December
mm-hmm.
before you
Yep.
started working with me. why do you think, bro? Like, why do you think since you were, doing all these marathons and doing all this running, because there's people out here doing marathons and you working out consistently, you in
Hmm.
the army, bro, you very active. Why do you think, bro, like out of all these years, you never could really like get under that 230, right? Even though you was doing all these marathons, all the like why do you think that 230, like you never cracked under that 230 range?
Bro, it was the nutrition, honestly, like legitimately, it was nutrition because I would be doing all this stuff because, like, think about it, I'm burning on a marathon. I'm burning like 3,000, 4,000 calories from just the marathon. So, what am I doing after that? Big Mac, super size. Let me get a dip it in there, eat it. And then I was actually looking at the video the other day on my TikTok when I ran a marathon, bro. I was so round. Like
Really?
my face was like a round pie. Bro, like, and I was like, and I did a marathon at that weight. I can only imagine if I run a marathon right now, I'm gonna be a beast, boy. I'm gonna be an absolute unit on that daggone track out there running, boy.
Bro,
Telling you.
there's a guy that there's his name is Sterling. He's in the army too, bro. He said that I'm gonna tell you after this. I don't want to put too much of
Okay. Yeah,
information
I got you.
on YouTube and stuff like that. So, but other than that, man, I appreciate you for coming. If you guys want to join the team, join the team with me and Dame. All you have to do is just DM me fit on Instagram or hit the link in the caption below. And book a call with me. Talk to me. You can be the next. You could be the next success story here on my YouTube channel. Just like Dame, but like trust me, because this only been 3 months. Like this is only 3 months in, and he's already seeing great results, bro. Just imagine, like we probably have a part two of this 6 months from now. Like he's a big different person. He had
Yeah.
damn near be the trainer at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'll be taking lessons from him. But appreciate you again, Dame.
Yes, sir. Gang, gang in there, baby. BD.
Catch y'all, man, catch y'all.